Come to Jesus, he'll give you Range Rover.
It's good if it's fine too, but
when
does it really matter?
To the Lord, you know.
There should be air conditioned inside the church. At least, yeah.
At least. My cousin looked at the chair and said, David, there's Gary on the chair. Then the whole car went wild. I think I've been Pentecostal all my life, so right from the set-go I've been Pentecostal, but recently I drifted from my parents' church to attend churches I felt met my criteria for a good church.
I used to attend a particular church because, well, my parents used to attend that church, so we all used to go to church together. But then I started learning, when I was in school and when I went to serve, I started learning more about God, and it seemed as though the more I knew about God, the more unsettled I was anytime I went there. So things like, for instance, normally when I'm leaving my house, I make up my mind how much I want to give, for offering, according to, giving should be willingly and all of that. And then I come to church and I'm giving the offering. I've not even gotten back to my sister and like Sunday peace offering, but we just did Sunday offering. So it was like, you guys are manipulating me, and I'm getting back to my sister and like, happiness offering, stuff like that. It was really unsettling. That was one. Then another thing that got to me was the teaching, like when the teaching is more about your story, like your life experience, how you came to Christ. That's great, but I'm supposed to learn about God. So at the end of the day, it looked as though I wasn't learning anything new per se on a regular. So I just had to. Plus, I was really unsettled about it in my spirit, and I was praying about it for a while. So I just felt it was time to leave. So I moved to another church where I felt God leading me to. And I was learning, and my growth was discernible. Yep.
Pentecostal all my life, and then at some point we had to move from our parents' church. Doctrinal things.
Doctrinal, like spooky stuff. There was this time for me. I was really young, and we used to do this thing where we'll fast for 3 days. It was a deliverance church. So we would go now, we'll fast for 3 days, and for a kid that was like really daunting. So this particular time, there was no food in the house. So I ran in, got some Gary, because that's all I saw, and put it in my pocket. And I was with my little cousin. So while we were going in the car, the Gary started pouring. And we got to the deliverance place, and I was all gingered up because I knew I would eat. I couldn't die. It was 3 days, I was like 10. So when they were doing the whole head shaking, and my cousin looked at the chair and said, David, there's Gary on the chair. Then the whole car went wild. So when I remember things like that, and I remember how, they would tell me if I'm folding my hands, I'm blocking prayers and the answers of people's prayers. If I'm crossing my legs, I'm conjuring witches, stuff like that. I couldn't cope anymore.
For me, I've not attended many churches. The only church I've ever attended, apart from one I attend now, is my parents' church. It was not so bad. It was a Baptist church. We'd come to church, and the teaching was basically abstract, mostly abstract. And we'd come to church, they would tell us things that have to do with those people in the olden days. And I'll be like, okay, how does this relate to me? And I think what really got me was when we were told that if you're not baptized, you are not in the family of God, something like that. That didn't sit well with me, and so many other things. Not like I'm trying to look down the church or anything, but I didn't grow. And then when I got admitted into the university, I joined the fellowship, I got better, my knowledge of God's word increased, and I knew that I couldn't go back anymore. I tried to stay for a while just so that it doesn't look like I'm running away, but at the end of the day, I just had to leave and join a church where I would get better, and that's just it.
My ideal church, this might sound cliche, I think, but 4 things I'll typically look for in a church. First of all, the understanding of what the gospel is. I've heard all sorts, I've heard come to Jesus, he'll give you money, come to Jesus, he'll give you babies, come to Jesus, he'll give you Range Rover, hallelujah. But there's what the gospel is and there's what it is not. So The gospel is that Christ died for you, resurrected, all of that. So if a church captures that ideology perfectly, it's a thumbs up for me. Secondly, that theology about money. I've been to a church where money was the focal point, and prosperity, all of that, making the money was about the money, really. So if a church is balanced about what they believe on money, like that topic money, because it's a very serious topic, it's also a thumbs up for me. And also charismatic gifts. I'm from the charismatic wing of Christianity, so I believe in all the laying of hands, speaking in tongues, all of that. That's good for me too. And it should be like a family, and it should be mission-minded.
I think that for me, a church that is mission-minded, so it's not like we're all lights shining where there is lights, just enclosed and ignoring the darkness, but a church that is training us as lights to go out, some sense of evangelical, like, you get my point. Then, what's their doctrine on money? Like, it's not a church where they'll be manipulative about giving. Like, let's know what it is about giving, teach us about giving Christ's way, and then allow us to, don't be manipulative about it. Then thirdly, a church with a family sense, like, not like I come to the church and I don't even feel relevant, but a church where there's a sense of belonging, because that's what church is meant to be. That's what God designed it to be, a family. And then finally, worship. Guys, let me just tell you what happened on Christmas Day. I went to church, my parents' church, and these guys singing praises, and I'm dancing, and next thing I hear, Father, Father, I'm like, what? Next thing is like, Che! I'm like, no, I'm not doing this again. So like a church basically where the lyrics and everything is actually Christ-centered. It's not like we're playing scripture, not like we're just having a social gathering.
If I should add one more thing, there should be air conditioning inside the church. At least, yeah.
At least. I can't be sweating,
But importantly, like the pastor should also be able to rightly divide the word of God and also like teach us.
Very important. Yeah. And the pastor should be fresh.
Yes.
I'm sorry, please. I was not serious about that one. But as long as the pastor knows what he's saying, fresh or not, we will manage it like that. But at least know what you're saying.
We're about to start a series that's about to be awesome.
Doesn't really matter to me.
Same here. I don't mind.
Shall teach the word of God.
That's the most important too.
But if it's fine, I don't know. I can count for something.
It's good if it's fine too, but
when
doesn't really
people
matter.
to the Lord, on the streets. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I'm not for extremely long services. Is there like a confidence? Is there like this? Okay. Yeah.
I think it depends.
It depends.
Yeah,
It depends.
if the service is the kind of service that
that warrants long hours, we would understand.
Yeah.
Bear with you. But,
and depends on what they are saying, those longer hours.
But if we have to dance for 2 hours, I can't dance, number one, and I don't know why we're dancing for 2 hours. So duration matters, but you have to hot praise. But you have to explain to me why we'll be in church for that long. If it's prayer, I'm down with it.
We're down for that.
It's not like I don't like to dance for God, but there's a kind of dancing that you're just entertaining yourself.
Yeah.
It's all of that, and I'm not down. So duration is this for me. It depends actually.
It depends on what we're doing.
And it depends on the church too. Yeah, so if there's some specific services where the Bible study has to be really long, just so that we are able to cover a lot of ground. So it doesn't matter to me. But if family
launching harvest,
I'll just leave now. Let them continue. But if it's okay, if the teaching is not benefiting me, I won't even be a part of a church like that. So.
nice.
Here's why I shouldn't have let y'all talk me into doing pop songs in church.
Type of music. I like quality music, so I have to just say that. It's a big deal.
To be a turn on.
It matters.
Very important.
It really matters.
Very important.
It matters. It matters.
Ambience. Whereas a ton, that one is still incisive. It depends actually on many reasons, because ambience is a function of the people in the church. So if the people in the church are crazy, they will just mess things up. So,
Ambience is key.
we can overlook ambience as long as we know they are saying the right thing. I can overlook ambience. I don't know. said it already. If you're all about the money, if you're all about the money, I don't know. There has to be a balance.
Yeah.
We believe that God blesses people, but you can take it to the extreme.
That's not why Jesus died.
When you collect 10 offerings in one service, you can't deal anymore. Prophet offering. Well, I'm good if you give up, but when you start saying things like new rain offering,
all those
remembrance offering, mid-year crossover offering, you have lost me. You have lost
money,
the plot.
offering for new babies, all those kind of things.
You have lost the plot. So yeah, money is important.
Yeah.
People that are very vocal and want you to,
like stand up and say, yeah.
Let me give what I want to give. I don't have to. You don't have to know what I'm giving. I feel like,
Population. It's a big deal for me. Population. Because I've gone to a church where there were too many people. I feel if you can't follow up on people effectively, that's it. So I need this family bond. You know that we are all sitting together, we don't know each other. My phone has been stolen before in church, so I couldn't get it back because the church was too large. Like I have to confess though, I slept during the sermon, but why would he steal my phone because I slept during the sermon? So a church that is that large, things like that would tend to happen. So there has to be this platform where you can monitor people, togetherness, disciple people and all of that.
Like even like monitor their progress in faith as well.
Exactly, so it's important. Wow. I think as much as we love them,
it can be all guys,
sisters, well, it's important, it's in the church we pick them. It's in the church we pick them, so that we can, once I don't know why I'm laughing, but it's important. If you have all guys in your church, there's a problem with the church. No, that's it's personal. I'm not saying that if your church has all guys, there's a problem with it, but it's a problem for me. Like, why are they all guys though? Like, there should be a balance.
Where are the sisters?
Why are the sisters? Like, why are sisters not coming to this church? It's a question, and it should be a prayer point. Actually, it should be a prayer point. So I think that's important. So at least we should have a balance.
God is not. It cannot be limited, so God cannot be boxed.
So in other words,
there's another church, where there are other brothers,
the possibility is high,
and they are teaching the word. But why not? We're all family.
Okay.
Oh my God. It matters because I feel like some doctrines are tied to some particular denomination.
Like Orthodox churches. They have like a fixed doctrine.
Yeah, so it really doesn't matter whatever branch. So if it's that denomination, you already know what to expect. Yeah.
That's true.
Sure, they should. They should. Why shouldn't they? The church in the Bible gave food, so if they can even share food, I'm down. But not like every service though, but
once in a while.
Once in a while, at least child has dinner. So.
It's beneficial, it's needed, to be honest, but it's not like that would be the main focus of the day.
Yeah, that should not be the
every
main
Sunday
focus.
Career, next Sunday financial,
and
next
then,
one relationship.
Which reminds me, there was this church I was attending for a short while, and then the pastor said he was going to take out to be a billionaire before the age of 20 for the whole of June. And I was like, okay, this is my cue to leave.
That's really deep.
I was just wondering, and then there was a time they said something about if you're not rich, it's a sin. Tell 10 people. So when you have a church like
moving towards the other side.
Exactly. So it's not important.
It's not important.
As long as the word of God is
preached.
Yeah,
it might be beneficial.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
It's important because of the experiences I've had. I've once had to go from Ajah to Ikeja for church. The distance from that, Ajah is far from everywhere in Lagos. For those who don't know where Ajah is far from everywhere in Lagos. That's the only way I can explain. So if I could go for my Jatic, distance can't really be an issue for me. So
yeah. Well, for me, I think it's more like if the church has my heart, you know, distance will not be an issue.
No, that church had my heart.
Yeah.
Because there was one time I was on the way to church, I almost had an accident. And I still went. It had my heart, really. It had my heart.
The distance is not so important as long as the church is good, the doctrine is sound and all of that. Though if it is close by, then I would like that. But if it's far, I don't mind. People go far for work, so why can't I go far?
Yeah, if it's
for
far,
church.
Yeah, but then it depends on the kind of far, you know. Like if it's like far, like Boko Benue,
like really
kind
far.
of far, and I'm in Lagos, then I might, you know,
find one that is closer.
yes, find one, or just stream. Sometimes it's even better you stream, you know, and learn something than for you to go to the nearest one and you just really.
But there's something about being in the service.
Yeah,
there's a difference in streaming and being in the service.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like in extreme cases. I go from Ikorodu to the island for work, so I can do anything like that for church also. I
think the point is, as long as you can go far for work, you should be able to go far for church, but just try to ensure that you find one that is close enough. If you're able to make it over to church, then why should you stream? But then if you're living pretty far away and there's no church around that you can attend, then it's fine to stream services. So that's just my take on it.
Okay, for me, I think what's more important is why you're streaming. Are you streaming because you think it's more important for you to go to physical church? Because if that's why, then you're wrong. It's important that you actually belong to a physical church, because that's the only way you can go and measure your growth. How else are you going to be able to measure your love walk if you're alone and stuff like that? So it's the reason why you're streaming. If it's that you're sick or you can't make it down there for whatever reason, fine, but you should make effort to actually belong to a local church and be active.
But you can be a blessing physically and not electronically.
This is Life Giver TV.
Please like,
subscribe,
share,
tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell your enemies.
So just
tell
subscribe.
Everybody.
There's a red button there. Subscribe. Press it. Subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.